What up, y'all? DCFAYGOGUY. Today we are jumping in. We are starting all of the reviews for Alla Xul Elu. I put up a post asking where to start. Zooligans have been waiting a long time. I've been asked for years if I was ever going to check out A.X.E, what my thoughts are on A.X.E, and if I was ever going to do reviews on A.X.E. And I'd always tell people that they just didn't click for me. You know, going all the way back to 2016, the homie Coma Black was one of the first ones to tell me about them. Back then, I didn't really go check them out. At that time, my resources for checking out new music was a lot more limited. In 2016, I didn't even have a smartphone yet. So, you know, it was go home, sit on the computer, and listen on YouTube. So, you know, going and jumping in and trying to discover them then just wasn't really, wasn't working for me. Right before they signed to MNE, again, people were, you know, hyped up for it. A lot of Zooligans were around, and actually at the 2018 Gathering of the Juggalos, I did go check their set out because, you know, obviously people had been telling me about A.X.E and I needed to check them out. So I wanted to do that before they signed to MNE so I could say, hey, I'm a fan before they ever got signed. But it just never really clicked for me. You know, recently though, the stars fucking aligned and I am a full-on fucking Zooligan now. For horns up, you guys. So I put it out there to find out where you guys wanted me to start. A lot of people wanted me to start at the Almighty. Respectfully, it's, you know, it's where the majority of people discovered and learned about A.X.E. But there was a few people broke the tie. Some people wanted to see Head of Horns, and a few people commented start at the beginning, which to me is Head of Horns. So that's what we are going to do. I know it's been like 3 weeks since I originally announced that reviews were coming, so I appreciate your guys' patience. I wanted to make sure I had everything, and I also wanted to work out a better way to do reviews. And I actually recently got a new phone, which has allowed us to be able to do this right here. We can see the album a little bit better than me just holding it up randomly at times. That to me, when other people have done it in their videos, I've disliked it. You know, this is the model of doing reviews that I learned from Psychopathic Reviews, and it's one of the things I've always enjoyed about the reviews that I do, and I think a lot of people do as well. You know, finally have the means to still look at you guys. You guys can still see me, even though I don't think that's even important in this specific view. But now we can take a look at the actual album artwork without me randomly holding it up and having to glare and trying to look over. You know what I mean? So let's jump right into this right here. That is the front. And my understanding is this was repressed 3 times, maybe only twice. But there are 3 versions of this cover right here. The original one is brown and like the font is yellow. I believe that one only had like 100 copies pressed of it. Maybe I'm thinking of Psycho. I don't know. But then it was repressed with this color, and then there's also a gray one. I actually, out of the 3, I think I like the gray one the best, but this one's not bad. This one to me has more like an alien feel, and my understanding of what Alla Xul Elu is just, you know, evil was reborn. So, yeah, this one's okay, but I do think I prefer the gray one. I just, you know, got this one and basically was like, okay, cool. I don't plan on going and trying to get each cover. That's not my goal with this album. So this to me was absolutely fine. I think that cover right there is pretty fucking dope, but the gray one definitely is probably my favorite. So let's jump into the inside of this. I'm gonna reach around my tripod here and slide this nice little phone stand out of the way that worked perfectly as a little prop. We will open it up to the inside where the disc art is. We pop that off. There is nothing behind it. We will put this in frame. For those who have not seen this packaging before, why is this like not focused? Like, you're supposed to bring quality to the fucking reviews, my guy, and you're letting me down here. But we will let that sit in frame right there so you guys can read it. I'm not going to read it, but it's basically just talking about how those who have you know, one of the impure, disfigured, broken, yet whole thoughts, often malicious, yet unintentional, that manifests from symptoms caused by a heart of darkness, corruptions, decisions, creating sinners, sheep, or the slaughtered. So basically just like thoughts manifested, and they kind of like, it basically talks about projecting from your skull if you become blasphemous, and it's like you have a head of horns. So it's the evil thoughts you have, they manifest, you grow your horns, you become a blasphemous sinner, or you're a sheep, or you know what I'm saying. So I thought that was pretty dope. I'm still trying to fully understand the lore behind Alla Xul Elu, but like I said, my basic understanding is that they are an ancient evil that has been reborn. So it kind of gives me those Dark Lotus vibes, They're here to fucking kill whomever. It's basically what it is. Like everything that ICP was kind of about before they went like the Carnival of God, we're trying to save you. These guys are like, nah, we're just here to kill you. I think that's why a lot of juggalos fuck with these guys. Like, when they say that the wicked shit is safe with them, they're not fucking lying. They're here to kill everybody and have fun in the process. So let's jump into the track list, which is intro.
And behold, two beasts, dreadful and terrifying. They had large iron teeth, devouring and crushing, trampling down the remainder with their feet.
Crawling.
Yeah. I am nothing but a man filled with evil thoughts. To hell we go, holding hands.
Blame the music.
At the end of the day, you can blame it on the music. At the end of the day, you can blame it on the music. Blame it on the music. Go ahead and do it if you want to kill your bitch. Do it to our
midnight.
I'm lying with your bones in the dead of night. Maybe one day we'll see each other again. Until then, I lay in the stars and pretend you're still. When the clock strikes midnight,
Wrong or right?
Wrong or right, just live my life until the day that I die. My heart is black as ever. I glued many pieces trying to part it back together.
Sold my soul.
Sold my soul. And I bought a microphone. You think you're better than you better be. Yeah, this shit's a destiny. Axe to the letter E. The
letters from hell.
Worth the right letters to the ones we love. Written in our flesh into someone else's blood. We write letters from hell. Write letters from hell.
Head of horns.
Fuck you, it's the Alla Xul Elu. Fuck you, it's the Alla Xul Elu. Rest my head of horns on this bed of thorns. Fuck a book, all my life, all I've read is porn. Where there's
zombie.
I need to feed and see another day. If not, I'll rot away. Decrepit flesh, no thoughts at all. Except I'm trying to grab
paper mache.
Yeah, hate the love, but they build me this way. Molded my brain like paper mache. Pick a spot, place your order, boy. Hell has more lines than quarter.
Unbecoming.
Let me be your guiding light. Let me enable you. Sit until the timing's right. Do what it is you're made to do, regardless what that might be. Martyr.
Bad guy.
I'm a bad guy. And they say that, and they say that, and they say that, and they say declining health, I feel it daily. I keep telling myself
highway.
I'm doing 96 down the freeway. Gear shift while I'm trying.
And fallen.
I see an end and I'm trying to go there. I work hard, shit, life ain't no fair. Ways of the world, they're appalling. Try to pick myself.
So you guys know how I like to do. I like to give my top 5 tracks off of this, and then I give you my favorite track out of the 5. So the thing about this album, before I jump into that, is this album, to me, listening to the intro and getting into Crawling, had such like a unique sound. Like every time that Zooligans would say, you should check out A.X.E, what are your thoughts on A.X.E, I would always go to the Almighty. I felt like because that was the first album released through M&E, I figured my best chances of liking them was with that album. And at the point in time that album came out, and for a few years after, I became more tuned to listening to like strange music artists, because I'd really broadened that horizon and listening to that type of rap. So going and listening to the Almighty, while I still had days where I really just had a good day to just listen to Dark Lotus or Insane Clown, like older ICP or Twisted, the wicked shit essentially. Discovering new music, I was tuned to something a little bit different. That's part of what took me so long. But one of the things I really like listening to this album for the first time is like how uniquely that track Crawling sounds. Like boom, 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 boom. When that fucking hit like that, I was like, whoa. I wasn't like, You look at the album, you listen to that intro, you're like, you expect to go headfirst into just pure like a wicked shit sound, and that to me was very unique in the sound that it had. It was almost like Alien almost. It was almost like aliens coming in like I don't know. It was weird. It's like this electronica feel to that song. I really like it a lot. All right, so standout tracks, like I just said, Crawling. I think Crawling is really dope. Blame the Music is good. Letters from Hell is good. Bad Guy I like, and Fallen. And out of the 5, my favorite is Fallen. It was very unique, and to me, it was right up the alley of the kind of music and songs that I like. Melodic, kind of deep. I love that. It was very unique. When I caught that, I actually had a moment of like, am I still listening to A.X.E, or did it like move on to another album or another artist? So Fallen is definitely my favorite out of this. At one point, I got to give like a little honorable mention because Zombie was on this list, but it got knocked out by, it had gotten knocked down from Blame the Music. The more I listened to Blame the Music, I really liked that song. I was like, I like this. Yeah, you ever, how's the chorus? You ever just want to kill a bitch? Homie, do it. Homie, do it. At the end of the day, you can blame it on the music. I'm like, fuck, I like that song a lot. So it actually knocked Zombie off and took its place. So yeah, honorable mention would have to definitely be Zombie. But top 5, Crawling, Blame the Music, Letters from Hell, Bad Guy, Fallen, with Fallen being my favorite track. But yeah, this album right here is very unique, sounding to me out of the I don't even know where the fuck my train of thought was going there with that. But yeah, I really liked Head of Horns a lot. I kind of wish back in the day this was an album that I went and jumped to, you know, because like I said, 2018, in that time frame, I started to do, like, I started to dive into more strange music artists, and so I wasn't really tuned to this, you know, to the wicked shit as much. So I really wish I would have went back and checked Head of Horns out, and I wish that was my like intro to Alla Xul Elu, because I guarantee I would have been a fan from then if I would have done it. I just didn't. So yeah, tell me down below what you guys think about Head of Horns. What are your favorite tracks? If you have any tracks that you skip on here, which ones are they and why? I listen to this front to back. I can listen to it front to back, and actually most times I can stick Alla Xul Elu on shuffle now, and really the only thing I'm skipping are some of their skits and their intro tracks. So yeah, tell me down below what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.